Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here today. This video is a little different from what I usually share, and I'm excited to dive deep into something that has truly transformed my life. Today, I'm sharing the complete story of how I lost 20 pounds in just 3 months without dieting. Yes, you heard that right. No strict diets, no calorie counting, and definitely no starving myself. If you've ever felt stuck in your weight loss journey, or if you're overwhelmed by all the conflicting dieting advice out there, this video is for you. I totally get it. I've been there. But today, I'm going to share exactly what worked for me, the mistakes I made along the way, and the simple, sustainable changes that made all the difference. This isn't just about losing weight. It's about feeling confident, having more energy, and developing habits that will last for life. By the end of this video, you'll have actionable tips you can start using right away to see real results without feeling overwhelmed. So grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's dive into my personal journey. My journey, where it all began. Let me take you back to where it all began. 3 months ago, I was in a place where I felt stuck. I was frustrated with how I looked and felt. My energy levels were low, I was tired all the time, and I felt like I was constantly battling my own body. My clothes didn't fit the way I wanted them to, and when I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize the person staring back at me. I knew something needed to change. I was tired of the constant cycle of dieting, losing a few pounds, and then gaining it all back. I wanted a sustainable approach to my health, one that didn't involve crazy restrictions or following a trendy diet for a few weeks, only to fall off track when life got busy. At first, the idea of making any changes was overwhelming. How could I change my habits without making it feel like a massive struggle? And that's when I decided to try something different. Instead of focusing on what I couldn't eat or do, I started focusing on simple, sustainable habits that would support my long-term health. This is where everything began to shift for me. The results I saw weren't just physical. I started to feel more like myself again. Key strategies I used. Here's where it gets real. Let's break down the strategies that worked for me, because I'm sure you're wondering, how did she actually do it? These strategies are simple but effective. And trust me, they are something anyone can do, no matter where you're starting from. 1. I focused on portion control and not deprivation. One of the first things I changed was portion sizes. I didn't have to give up my favorite foods. I just needed to control how much of them I was eating. Portion control is huge. It's not about limiting your favorite foods, but about learning to listen to your body and eat in moderation. For example, instead of eating an entire bag of chips in one sitting, I started measuring out a small bowl and savoring it slowly. It might sound like a small thing, but it really made a difference. You can still enjoy the foods you love, but if you pay attention to portion sizes, you'll naturally eat less. And when you eat less of the not-so-healthy foods, you make more room for the healthier stuff. 2. I added more whole, nutrient-dense foods. This was a game changer. Instead of cutting out food groups or following restrictive diets, I focused on adding more whole, unprocessed foods to my meals. Think fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods are full of nutrients, and they naturally keep you fuller longer. I made a habit of preparing meals that were colorful and full of variety. I included healthy fats like avocado and nuts, lean proteins like chicken and fish, and lots of fiber-rich vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. Not only did I feel satisfied, but I also felt more energized throughout the day. What I loved most about this approach is that it wasn't about restriction. It was about fueling my body with foods that supported my energy levels, kept me full, and were great for my long-term health. 3. I started moving more, in ways I enjoyed. Now, I wasn't about to become a gym rat or start running marathons. That's just not me. But I knew I had to get more active if I wanted to see results. The key for me was finding ways to move that I actually enjoyed. I started small, taking 20-minute walks after dinner, doing short 10-minute home workouts during lunch breaks, and even dancing around my living room. These were all things I could fit into my day without it feeling like a huge chore. Here's the thing, movement doesn't have to be intense or long to be effective. The more I moved, the better I felt, and the more motivated I became. And over time, those little moments of activity added up. 4. I prioritized sleep, and it made all the difference. Sleep was the hidden key for me. I'll be honest, I never realized how much my lack of sleep was affecting my cravings and energy levels. When I didn't get enough rest, I craved junk food and had no energy to exercise. It was a vicious cycle. So, I made a commitment to getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. It wasn't always easy at first, especially with my busy schedule, but I noticed a huge difference in how I felt the next day. My cravings were less intense, and I had more energy to work out. Prioritizing sleep made me feel more focused, positive, and in control of my health journey. 5. I practiced mindful eating. Mindful eating was another key factor. Instead of eating on autopilot while watching TV or scrolling through my phone, I started focusing on the experience of eating. I paid attention to how my food tasted, how it made me feel, and when I felt full. Eating mindfully allowed me to connect with my body and its true hunger signals. I found that I didn't need to eat as much to feel satisfied. It also helped me avoid mindless snacking, which used to be one of my biggest struggles. 6. Drinking more water. It sounds simple, but drinking more water made a noticeable difference in my energy and hunger levels. I aimed to drink at least 8 cups of water a day, and I noticed that I was less likely to mistake thirst for hunger. Staying hydrated helped me avoid unnecessary snacking and helped me feel more energized throughout the day. 7. Meal prep and planning ahead. Meal prepping was one of the best decisions I made. On weekends, I took some time to prepare healthy meals for the week ahead. Having nutritious meals ready to go helped me avoid reaching for unhealthy options when I was tired or busy. I would prepare things like salads, grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, and whole grains in bulk. Then, throughout the week, I could simply grab a pre-made meal and enjoy it without thinking twice about what to eat. It saved me time, kept me on track, and made healthy eating so much easier. 8. Mental health and stress management. One thing I didn't expect was how much mental health played into my weight loss journey. When I was stressed or anxious, I often turned to food for comfort. So, I made it a priority to manage my stress better. I started meditating for 5 to 10 minutes a day, practicing deep breathing, and even journaling my thoughts. Managing stress not only helped me emotionally but also improved my physical health. I was more present in my choices and more focused on my long-term goals, challenges, and how I overcame them. This journey wasn't all smooth sailing. There were tough days, and there were moments where I wanted to give up. One of the hardest parts was learning to deal with cravings. Instead of ignoring them or depriving myself, I allowed myself small portions of my favorite treats. This helped me stay on track without feeling restricted. Another challenge was staying consistent. There were days when I didn't feel like exercising or eating healthy, but I reminded myself that even small steps were progress. It didn't have to be perfect. It just had to be consistent. Lastly, patience was key. Results didn't happen overnight. But as I stuck with these habits, I began to see positive changes. Slowly but surely, I was becoming a healthier, happier version of myself. Results and final thoughts. So, after 3 months, I lost 20 pounds, but the changes I feel go far beyond the scale. I have more energy, my confidence has skyrocketed, and I'm proud of the habits I've built. These aren't quick fixes. They are sustainable changes that I'll continue for life. If you're thinking about starting your own journey, my biggest piece of advice is to start small. Focus on 1 or 2 of these strategies at first. Progress doesn't have to be perfect, but every step you take is 1 step closer to where you want to be. I hope this video inspires you to take action and start your own health journey. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on health, wellness, and personal growth. Let me know in the comments which strategies you're going to try first. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.